Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you guys doing? It is Monday morning, the 8th of February, you guys. I was going to say January, but it's February. The 8th of February, day after Super Bowl. How are you guys doing? Congratulations to the Buccaneers. Congratulations, Tom Brady, on your seventh win. Oh my gosh, I'm very historic. Great job, you guys. Um, Yeah, so hello, my name is Lia Abney, consultant, author, and speaker of Lia Abney LLC, and I'm here this morning for you Keep It Moving Monday morning motivation, you guys. Um, One of the reasons why I come on every Monday morning to do this, even though I am slightly late today, but it's all right. It is all right. Um, I come to y'all every Monday morning so that I can motivate you, get you moving in the right direction. You know what? Wake up, wash your face off, even if you're having a slow day like I did today, had a slow morning because I was like, oh, today's Monday. Get up, Leah. To motivate you just to keep it moving. You know, sometimes life gets the best of us and things are happening, families happening, relationships are happening, money is happening, right? Um, Changes in environment, what we can and cannot do is happening. All sorts of things are happening. The world keeps moving, right? But it's also up to you to keep moving as well. So y'all know what I do. Every time I come on, I kind of talk about my weekend, you guys. So my weekend, I'm slightly busy. Um, Working on some things, something I'm trying to put together. I'm preparing for an event on in March that I'm going to be doing virtually, actually in the state of Maryland. So I'm excited about that. You guys, you know what? There's so many tools and things that we're using out here. Like today, when I come on for the Monday morning motivation, for some of you who may not know, I am using StreamYard. And so StreamYard allows me to do all the fancy stuff that you see happening when I do the Monday morning motivation. It gives you a banner. It gives you all sorts of things. And one of the cool things I like about StreamYard is at the end, I am able to download, and I always share this with others. I'm able to download the audio and video, and I'm able to repurpose that. So yeah. So if you want to learn more and kind of don't know how to get going or moving, going over to my website, okay? My website is at, guess what? Lia Abney LLC, okay? www.liaabneyllc.biz. I'm going over there and you can schedule a free consultation or a session with me to help you achieve your goals. So this weekend, I was just working on some things. Um, and of course, preparing to watch the Super Bowl, you guys. Um, Yeah, it was a game. It was a game, pretty one-sided. And um, congratulations to Patrick Mahomes for even for making it to the Super Bowl for the second time in a row, because that would know, you know what, and it really ties into the topic I'm going to be talking about. Not to be talking about football, but it does tie into the topic I'm going to be talking about. But congratulations. So I was doing a little bit of that. For those of you who don't know, I am in school working on my doctorate degree. So yeah, and that progress is moving along. I had a lot of schoolwork I had to do, so that was like all week long, and over this weekend. But other than that, it was very, very quiet for me. And sometimes we just need those quiet days, you guys. Just need the quietness. That pretty much was it for me. And I woke up this morning, like, oh, Leah, get up. You brush your teeth, get your face together so you can come on the Monday morning show. So I was like, okay, yay. And one of the things, I always talking about, you guys, is always, writing your thoughts and ideas down. And so it wasn't hard. Yes, this is my little red book that I write down ideas. I actually have almost filled this book up, so I only have a few more pages left. And so I literally, all my thoughts and ideas, I was able to come through here and I was like, oh, you know what? This is what is on my heart, God, and this is a great topic. So we're going to go right into that, you guys. So y'all know what to do. I'm asking that y'all please, please, please stay tuned, stay with me. And if you are replaying this, please hit replay. Tell me where you're from. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask those as well. So I want y'all to stay with me because y'all know I'll be right back.
Black G, Black G.
Hey, we're back. Thank you guys for joining me again. For those of you who are joining me at the top of this morning on the 8th of January, February. I don't know why I keep on saying January, but it's the 8th of February, guys. My name is Lia Abney, consultant, author, and speaker of um, Lia Abney LLC. I am also the host for the Keep It Moving Monday Morning Motivation Show. So I want to thank you guys for joining me on today. And I know sometimes we wake up on a Monday morning and it's like, I don't want to face today. And I want to say I am not a licensed counselor, you guys. So if you are being faced with depression, if you're having real difficulty just getting up in the morning, please consult a physician. Please go see a specialist. Please go see somebody. This is just an opportunity as you're getting on your, getting your day moving, you're going off to your job, or maybe you're an entrepreneur and you getting up in the morning, you feel as though nothing is going your way. I want to tell you, you know what? It's a mindset thing. You got to wake up in the morning, got to put your thoughts and focus your thoughts on those things that are positive about yourself, about your situation. And sometimes you got to cast it away. And sometimes it just requires you. You see the sign over there over my right shoulder. I gotta remember that is the opposite. Right shoulder, it says rise and pray. So I want to encourage you to rise and pray each and every morning just to get your day started. Talk to yourself, encourage yourself. Okay, sometimes you just need a little motivation. I need motivation every day, you guys, and I have to find it. Either it's through the word, either it's through positive thinking, getting negative thoughts out of my mind and doing the positive things, even if it's too hard for you. So I want to encourage you on today. And so let's go ahead. I want to thank everybody who has been following me because I couldn't do it without you. Go ahead and share, share, share. Because I'm going to take the words from a good friend of mine who I try to get on and watch. I'm going to try and get on and watch her today. Is sharing is caring. So go ahead and share. And those of you don't know who I'm talking about, her name is Jan Mitra Waddell. She is the Live Past Crazy specialist, and she is on Facebook. She also is on YouTube. And as she says it, if you want to binge watch all of her sessions, please go on over to her YouTube show, and it's Jan Mitra Waddell. And so good morning to you, my sister. And thank you so much for the motivation you give me every time I watch your show. So yeah, I get motivation as well, you guys. And everybody needs motivation to keep it moving, right? Well, on today, I want to say a shout out real quick to my YouTube subscribers. Thank you so much for watching. Please share with other people. Y'all know what to do. Going over to YouTube, go ahead and follow me there. Subscribe to my channel, you guys, because I really I want to go to meet and reach 100 this year. This year, I'm getting a little delay in this video, but it's all good. I'm gonna keep it moving. So thank you all those who subscribe to my YouTube channel. So thank you so very much. So my topic for today, you guys, is being chosen, because sometimes one of the things that I realize when I'm talking to a lot of people is that they feel as though they have no purpose. Well, you know what? Or maybe it is somebody okay? Maybe somebody and you're like, well, I don't understand why they're this way. I was like, well, a lot of times what I says, you know what, sometimes your gifts and your purpose or sometimes don't show up when you want them to. I mean, come on now. Look at your children. Those of you who have children, or maybe you have a little cousin, or maybe you know somebody that has children and they're talking to you. They're like, you know what? And I'm just gonna call them junior one and junior two and junior three, okay? Junior one, man, you know what? He's really thriving and everything's going well. And Junior two is doing, you know, he's doing, is holding his own too. But I don't know what's wrong with Junior three. Then you're like, I don't know what's wrong with. I don't know what what his purpose is. And I want to say that sometimes what it is that we our purpose to do in this earth or wherever the desire is sometimes does not come when we want it to. It's not that it's denied, okay? It's not denied, maybe delayed, but it's not denied. And you may see it come a little longer. It could be junior one that you turn around and say, you know what, that first one, I don't know what happened. He's supposed to be showing the younger ones. But one of the things I want to say when it comes to your children up front is the worst thing you can do is compare your children against each other because it'll set some resentment and some other feelings inside of the siblings where they won't be as close. So be very careful with that. So I just want to jot that in there. Just drop that in there. So being chosen, that's what we're going to be talking about on today. So sometimes the differences that we see in ourselves, our friends, and those who are around with us, whom we love and care for, those differences is what makes them unique. Okay. And it may mean sometimes you're not going to see them moving in certain directions that you may desire. And sometimes you may feel nothing good ever happened. Why is everything bad? Seems like it's happening to me. Um, I don't understand. Or I don't, you watching the world move, you watching your friends and your family move, and you feel as though nothing is moving for you. But I want to tell you to stick in there. I want to tell you to hang in there. Because I promise you, as you take the time, because even for me, it was like, am I only on this earth just to work a 9 to 5 for the longest? And I want to tell you that it wasn't until after I was going through my divorce, and I don't, and this is no um, bearing um, on my then husband. I call him Then, Then, because then he was my husband, and now he is not. Then he was, but now he's not. And so when it came to him, it wasn't until after that time, and you guys, I was way into my 40s. I was like yeah, I was in my 40s before I figure out, oh, there's more to my life than a 9 to 5. So as now I'm in my 50s, I'm still keeping this thing moving until God says the same. I'm gonna keep it moving. Okay. So there are times where you may not see things arrive in your 20s or 30s. And then, if you have a mindset by the time you're in your 40s, you still haven't seen it, that you're just gonna give up, that you like, oh, it's too late for me now. No, it ain't ever too late. My God, my God. Sarah and Abraham were way into their hundreds when they had their first child. Way into their hundreds. Okay? Yeah, I would say they were close to their hundreds. Before baby Junior even got to an age where he was an adult. He was way into his hundreds. Okay? So what I'm saying is that sometimes when things come into your life, when you are being chosen, doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be young. It doesn't mean that you're necessarily going to be up in age. Okay. So I want to make that clear right there. So one of the things I want to let you know, and just keep in mind, our topic for today is being chosen. Because a lot of times we walk through life thinking we're not chosen for anything. Okay. So I want to let you know this. You are the ideal person to carry out your own hopes and dreams. Wherever it is that you're chosen for, you just have to discover what that is. And so, how do you go about discovering what that is? Before I get into that, let's take a look at John 15 and 16. It states this: You did not choose me, but I chose you and appointed you that you should go and bear fruit and that your fruit should abide, so that whatever you ask the Father in my name, he may give it to you. I say this is because I like this particular scripture, and I'm going to tell you why. The reason why I like this scripture is because it requires me to do a couple of things. It requires me to seek and find out what it is that I am supposed to, that's going to abide. What fruit am I going to be bearing? Because clearly right here in John 15 and 16, it says, you know what? I am chosen for something. God, he chose me, and then he appointed me that I what? Should go, should go, should go and bear fruit, and that fruit is going to produce something. But I have to figure out what that is, and because I have to, number one, I have to get it into my mindset. Number one, that I'm appointed to do something, and I believe in all my heart. Going with number one, okay, I believe in all my heart that everybody is chosen for something. I believe that everybody is chosen for something. If you have been birthed on this earth, whether that person is still here or no longer with us, that they were chosen for something. They made an impact. Okay, I don't know what that impact was, because even today, the littlest one that was birthed on this earth, that may have only been on this earth for a few days or maybe even a few hours, made an impact. You go talk to those parents. You go talk to those individuals. That little one made an impact in somebody's life. Okay? There are people on this earth that probably didn't do good things that has impacted this world in one way or another. Either it had impacted where a law had been established to protect individuals, whether or not it is somebody who had passed and lived on this earth, and it may have been because of a disease. There was a word I was going to say, but it won't come out my mouth correctly. Um, where science is now doing research to find a cure. Come on now. There are so many reasons why a person is put on this earth. The reason why is because everybody is chosen for something. Everybody who has been birthed on this earth. Because if you are here and you think that you don't have a purpose, or you're not chosen and you just living and breathing, I don't believe that to be true. You just have not discovered what that is. You have not positioned yourself so that that thing can come out of you. And sometimes it may require you to what? Rise up and pray. Over here on my right shoulder, maybe looking at your left. Okay. But that's my right shoulder, to rise up and pray right there. Okay. Rise up and pray. But everybody is chosen for something. Okay. So the second thing I want to encourage you is that you do have a purpose. Okay. You do have a purpose. That purpose may be helping your neighbors. That purpose may be just, if you are a parent, to help guide a child. One of the things that I am very passionate about when it comes to my children is that I understood the moment that I got pregnant that they did not belong to me. They were only to me, belong to me for a certain time, only because I was chosen, that I was chosen to be their mother. Okay. I was chosen to be their mother. So that spirit was birthed on, and of course I did the deed, but but of course, eventually they have a mother and they have a father. To produce this, these genetics came together to produce the children that we have. And so my job was to ensure that they were exposed to positive things to help them be a active participant in today's society. I had to make sure I protected them. I had to make sure that they knew certain things, how to take care of themselves, how to treat other people with kindness and respect. Those are the things that I had to teach them how to do. So as you are growing up, and guess what? Even if things like, you know what, you guys, and I'm just going to say this. I did not grow up in a perfect home. I did not grow up in a perfect home. But to this day, despite the challenges that I may have had to go through growing up, I mean, you guys, it's a range of things that I went through. A range of things that I went through. I will not get in it on today, but there are a range of things that I went through. Because one day it may become a book. But a range of things that I went through. But however, those things are the things that made me who I am today. So I may turn around and find where my passion is. So, for instance, if you were somebody who may have, I mean, it happens all the time. These are horrible things that happen to people. But then that horrible thing ends up being something that is a catalyst for them doing good in the earth. So if you are somebody that have been molested, so maybe now you have a heart for young teens who are, struggling through life and, just trying to graduate. Or maybe you may find yourself having a heart for those who are or orphans. And so you want to do something for them, or maybe young girls, maybe you have low self-esteem when you were in school as a young girl, but now you're working with young girls, or maybe you just have a heart. God just put it on the inside of you. You have a heart for young men who are in prison, or men who are in prison, period. Some people are purpose for that. So everybody has a purpose for something, whether it's art, whether it's music, whether it's spoken word. Maybe it's in the medical field. Maybe you like working with your hands. Maybe you have a heart to just protect. Whatever it is for some of you, like, well, I don't have any of that. Well, maybe your purpose is to work the 9 to 5, because guess what? You are a great example. You are a hard worker. You are dependable. And believe me, being dependable is not a bad thing. That dependability is a skill set that is needed in every industry, whether you're an entrepreneur, especially as an entrepreneur. You want somebody that's dependable, that's going to show up for you, not be late. There's no difference. That'll be on time. That'll be a major contributor to you achieving your goals and your vision. It's the same thing. So everybody has a purpose. Whether you got one leg, one arm, can't see, yeah, can't hear, you have a purpose. And if those who have challenges, physical challenges, to get that mindset, well, this is not going to stop me, then the able-bodied person, why are we allowing things to stop us? To feel as though we don't have a purpose. The only thing that is stopping us are the thoughts that are coming through our minds. So what are you thinking on today that's making you believe you don't have a purpose? You may be able to cook very well. Okay, cook. You may be able to clean very well, better than an ordinary person can clean. If you could talk your head off, guess what? Get yourself a show, get on StreamYard and get to talking. And get to talking. So everybody has a purpose. And I just wanted to make that very clear. I know it seems like I'm emphasizing that, but I want to let you know you have a purpose. If you go into your job and you go into a 9 to 5, you got a purpose to be there. Because the skill sets that you have, nobody else can do it but you. If you're lacking in that area, then do something about it. Change your mindset. Say, you know what? I'm going here and I'm gonna flip these burgers like nobody else. I'm gonna bring a little joy to that space. You go on and do that. Because guess what? How many people gonna pull up to the window eating your burger that you flipped that morning? I'm being serious. How many people did you feed? If you are working in a fast food restaurant, think about how many people that came in there, even though they paid, that you fed them on that day. You have a purpose. Okay? The third thing I want to encourage you is understanding when you are being chosen. Okay, when you are chosen, there are a couple of things. It requires a time of discovery. Everything on this earth requires a time of discovery. Fortune 500 companies, they have a time of discovery where they're in what they call being innovative. Okay, being innovative. That means they're creating, they're looking at new ideas of doing things. They're using the imagination of the people in their workspace. We all have it. Imagination is what has made this world what it is today. If it wasn't for the imagination, we wouldn't have cars, you guys. If it wasn't for imagination, we wouldn't even have this tool called the internet. The internet, okay? The internet. Wherever you call it today, we would not have that today. We would not have StreamYard today if it wasn't for an innovative idea. It's the ideas that makes the world goes round, you guys. It makes things work. It's through hope, it's through imagination, it's through perseverance that we're able to do things, that we're in a state of discovery. And y'all know what I say, even when it comes down to discovery, put it down, write it down. Because eventually you'll come back to it and you'll have the courage to go and work that thing out and see if it works. And guess what? Some ideas and innovation comes from other things that's already been created. And that's okay. It's not stealing somebody's idea. Get off of that. We really need to get away from that because everything has been created for something else that was created before. It's just a process of improvement. It's just a process of improvement. Otherwise, you wouldn't have the iPhone or you wouldn't have Samsung. Because before those were created, we had pagers, okay? And before that, you had the satellite phone. Come on now. Or vice versa, somewhere in between it, okay? So one of the things about being chosen, it does require a time of discovery. If you're not feeling as though, I don't know, Lia, I don't know what I'm chosen to do. It requires a time of discovery. And as I said at the top of the show, guess what? It may not come in your 20s. It may not come in your 30s. It may be late into your 40s when the creativity comes. But one of the things I can tell you that has helped me is, and guess what? Is this going to be for everybody? No, it's not going to be for everybody. But I can tell you a majority of the people who are successful, they write things down. I'm just going to say they do. They're always writing things down. They'll tell you, yeah, I journal. You go to Oprah Winfrey, she journal. There are a lot of people that would turn around and write things down. Some of your most creative people who are entertainers, they'll be like, oh no, I came up with the idea. I was in a restaurant and I wrote the idea on a napkin. And that's how they did it. And I think it's John Maxwell. I may have that wrong, but I believe he used Post-its. He has notes. He has like a card catalog of ideas and thoughts that he writes down. It's storyboards. Those who are in the film industry and TV, a lot of them do these storyboards and they're writing scripts. The idea comes out and it goes on paper, you guys. So having a journal is a really great idea. And I do have journals on my website. So, or just go get yourself a little journal. Go to Dollar Tree and get yourself a journal. $1. Okay. And so as you are in a state of discovery, here are a couple of questions to ask yourself. What are you passionate about? Because a lot of times what you're passionate about is what your purpose is tied to. One of the things that I'm passionate about is sharing knowledge. I have found, like literally when I first got into the workforce, one thing I found is it was like a cutthroat, especially when it came to the federal government. I felt it was very cutthroat. And it may be the same in other industries. I do not know. But my experience was, I'm like, man, are you kidding me? This is how people treat each other on the job? They're unwilling to help one another. They're unwilling to share how things are getting done. They're unwilling to share information and knowledge. because they don't want nobody to pass them or to improve themselves. So as I start seeing that happening around me, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to be that way. I'm going to share what, because you know what? If I'm able to share the knowledge and information I have to do this job or how to do your job better, I'm going to share it with you. Because I want to believe as I'm sharing with you, it's going to open up a door. You're going to know how to do it. That way I can advance. They won't need me here at this level. Uh, they're not going to leave me. In other words, I'm passing the torch by training somebody else. So that was one of the reasons why I enjoy sharing information and I like sharing knowledge. That became a passion of mine. Through that passion is where I was like, okay, how are other ways that I can turn around and share what I know and what I do? What are ways I can do that? So one of the ways that I was able to do that, and I enjoy saying, well, one of the thoughts that came to my head, why wait until they become adults? Why not do this and share information on how to get a job, how to write a resume, how to communicate, and how to handle conflict on your job? Uh, because I faced all those things in my own career. And I'm like, I want to show people how to do it right instead of doing it wrong so that they can find what they desire to do and find the right job and the right career. Boom. Victory Leadership Group, because that's what we do. Nonprofit organization, founded a nonprofit organization. Then, out of all of that, I was like, because I like to read, which is a passion of mine. I don't do it as often as I should now that I'm older, but I'm getting back into it. Okay. One of the things that I did is I was, what are you passionate about? Now, what gives you peace? Reading gave me peace. So as I delved into reading, I was like, wow, it would be so nice to be an author. Not knowing it would ever happen. The first thing I ever authored was while I was going through a divorce in 2009. I literally was going through a divorce when I started writing, being a collaborator for a book. And it was a major book today. And I'm like, today I would like to see this turn into something. I have not seen it yet, but I believe it's going to manifest. So a lot of times what you are chosen to be are the things that ties into your passion and things that give you peace. And those things could turn around and turn into either a business, it could turn into an opportunity, it could be the driving force for you on your job when you're looking for advancement. So being chosen doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be at the top. You may be a supporter. You may be in a supporting role. So there's two different roles. You could be a major role. You could be a supporting role. And success happens at either one of those. But all of that requires a time of discovery. Are you taking the time to discover what it is that you are purposed to do in the earth? And so I want to encourage you as you're going through 2021. You guys, we are already in September. You guys, oh my God. We are already in February. Woo, get your time right, Leah. We are already in February, you guys. We're already in February. It's February 8th. This coming weekend, we're already going to be midway. This coming weekend, we're already going to be midway into February. So what are you doing this year to make it different than any other year that you have faced? Last year was a doozy. Yes, we're still in the middle of COVID-19. But are there things that you're doing to ensure that you know without a doubt in your mind that you are chosen? Being chosen requires what? Number one, knowing that everybody is chosen for something. Know that you are chosen for something, okay? Also know you have a purpose. Wherever that purpose is, it requires a time of discovery. What are you passionate about? What gives you peace? And keep in mind this from John 15 and 16. You did not choose me, but I chose you and appointed you. You are appointed that you should go and you should bear fruit, that it should abide. It will grow. but you're going to have to do some things so that wherever you ask the Father in my name, He may give it to you. So not only does it require prayer, it requires asking others to help you because you don't have to do it by yourself. So I want to thank everybody who has joined me on today for the Keep It Moving Monday morning motivation show. I want to thank you guys so much, and I hope that you stay tuned on next Monday as we come back for more motivation to keep you moving during the morning. And thank you again for joining me. This is Lia Abney, consultant author and speaker of Lia Abney LLC. Thank you.